Hey guys, I'm MB, founder of underdogchance.com, and in today's video, I will share my free pick from my private MLB betting model. So far, my betting model is close to 12 units of profit, but this is still a young season. There is still a lot of games, so no rush, no panic, no celebration. And I will also talk about one very important thing in sports betting. So if you're looking for picks and bets, this is the first part of the video. And in the second part of the video, I will talk a little bit about betting strategy, betting psychology, and how to not make mistakes most bettors make, and that's why they also lose. Okay, but let's start with today's game. I made projections for all the games. If you want to have my betting model, you can download it below or sign up to our betting courses where I can teach you how to use betting spreadsheets. You can also start with our basic betting course where I show you how you can build your first betting model, because I believe that every sports bettor should use numbers and analytics and analyze games, because even if this is not perfect or it is a basic betting model, once you start using the numbers, you have advantage against others who are just watching YouTube videos, following picks, or placing bets based on their based on their gut feelings, or they don't know what they're doing. So once you start using numbers, you have immediately huge amount of advantage against those who don't. Okay, one guy asked me one day, will NHL betting model work for me in playoffs? Yes, if you start using the numbers, you will have immediate advantage against those who don't. Okay, and I will talk about this. I will talk about one very important thing in the second part of the video. Okay, but let's start with today's free pick or qualified bet. We have Los Angeles Dodgers against Atlanta Braves. I think this is one of very interesting games. First of all, we have two good teams. This is also a later game. It is not early game. So I think many bettors will pay attention to this. Los Angeles Dodgers beat Atlanta yesterday, I think 2-1. And Atlanta Braves will try to bounce back today, but such words and such explanations are, of course, not okay in terms of sports betting. That's why we'll look into the numbers, okay, and what my betting models projected. So if we look at the pitchers first, Sasaki will start with the Dodgers. He's 0-1, 25 innings started, 6 games, no wins, and ERA advanced metrics are not really good. On the other side, Schwellenbach in last 27 starts, 161 innings started, which means he goes almost 6 innings per game, which is very good. His ERA metrics are much better, and when it comes to bullpen numbers, both numbers are very similar. Okay, if we check hitting numbers and the lineups, of course, Dodgers are better. This is no secret. They have better players. They're better hitting against righties. They are also in better form, although very similar numbers. One is the average, and the bigger number than one is better than league average. So both teams are above league average, and we will have a good matchup today. But when it comes to probabilities, this is what is the most important thing. My projected winning percentage based on my betting model, 61.59% of chance to Atlanta. My projected odds on Atlanta, 1.62, bookmaker and 2.61, or minus 160 or plus 161 on Dodgers. And when it comes to bookmakers basically set this game to 50-50, and my betting model gives better chance to Atlanta, right? If we remove the week from bookmakers, odds 49.74% of chance to Atlanta, 50.26% of chance to Dodgers. Of course, those odds are always changing, so that's why I say following picks is completely dumb thing to do. What you should always look are the probabilities, because with the probabilities, at least if I would not be a sports bettor with a betting model or analysis, the only thing I would look for are probabilities, projected probabilities. So okay, so I will look at the game Dodgers Atlanta. I would make my own analysis. I don't know how people make analysis without numbers. They probably, I don't know, watch YouTube videos, ESPN, read news, I don't know, whatever, and then they try to make their own numbers in their head. I believe so. But what I would like to see, I would like to see what some other bettors or analysts, what is their line, what are their odds, and then I would say, okay, someone projected minus 160 on Atlanta. He's using some statistics and some numbers, and the bookmakers have this 50-50. So based on this, there is a value with Atlanta, right? And based on my numbers, there is a value with Atlanta, and this is my free pick of the day. Okay, Atlanta minus 104. I talked a little bit about numbers as well, so I just want to show you my philosophy and my way of looking at bets. Okay, but I believe that Atlanta will have pitching advantage, and once we put all the things together into the betting model, including home field advantage and so on, uh, Atlanta money line is my free bet. Okay, they lost yesterday. Some people will say they will bounce back. This is not a good reason. Okay, this is not a valid reason to bounce back, or because they lost yesterday they will win today. This is not a good reason. Okay, always look at probabilities and find the discrepancy. Okay, and now I want to talk about something even more important, because peaks are there and they will be gone after one day, but knowledge, philosophy, and if you get a new idea, this can stick with you forever. And I hope my idea will be useful for you today. Okay, so what I want to say, for example, I had some good streaks and also some bad streak, and this is something that is happening all the time. Okay, so here I went, I don't know, 0 7 7 0. Here, for example, I went 1 2 3 4 5 6, and one of the biggest mistakes bettors make, they overreact on every streak. Okay, so I will just make it like this. uh when when they go 7-0, they overreact. They start betting more, they are overconfident. If they follow someone, they wait, and then when things are great, they start betting, and then when you are 0-6, then you panic. Okay, and I will show you how to avoid this. Okay, it is not just I will not tell you don't celebrate when you win and don't panic when you lose. That's BS, right? So this is not helpful. This is like, if you are fat, just if you're overweight, sorry, I'm from Europe, sometimes I don't find the words immediately, politically correct words, so I just translate my language into English. But let's say if you're overweight, just run around house and eat less. This is not advice, right? This is not actionable advice, because we know that we lift weights and we need to run and we need to live health. This is not advice. Okay, the same, don't celebrate and don't panic. So how to do this, right? And I will now explain how actually you can do this. Okay, this is the worst thing I see all the time. So in 2015, okay, 2015, this is February 13, I opened my website. Okay, I started sharing my knowledge about sports betting, and before that I already have success, and sports betting helped me to achieve success and escape 9 to 5. And then after that, I decided that I will help bettors transform into successful sports bettors with my way. Of course, not every advice will help everyone, because we are different. So it is completely your responsibility if you take my advice or not. Okay, I just share what works for me and try to constantly show that it can work in the future as well, right? So it is not just I wrote a book in 1996 and then I'm a handicapper, I'm sports better, and then I live on old glory, right? Like we have some many bettors, they wrote one book and then you never see their bets. They are probably broke, right? So and since 2000, so we are now 10 years, right? So right now it's 10, and I saw the same pattern all the time. People celebrate, people panic, they overreact, they and how to do this. Okay, So the only way to do this is that you set your goals and you talk to yourself. Okay. So the first step, those are actionable step. Okay. Steps. Check your bank account. Okay. Check your bank account expenses, and you need to have money you can you can afford to lose. Okay. This is the first step. Okay. If you cannot lose that money, you cannot bet. That's simple. And with this step, we solve a lot of problems. Okay. If you cannot do this, then we cannot move on. Okay. So the first step is you must have the money you can afford to lose. You can take an extra job or something like that. I was working on weekends to build bankers and something like that. Okay. But you need to have money you can afford to lose. And then the next step, you need to set the amount of money you are willing to lose. You can afford to lose, and then you're actually willing to lose. And willing to lose. Okay. And this must be completely honest with yourself. Okay. If you're not honest with yourself, you need to always go back to this step. Okay. Once you have this, then you need to set your goals. Okay. What I mean by goals, you need to set first how long will you bet before you see the results. What are you willing to do to see the results? It is not just I will watch YouTube videos for 1 hour per day. Okay. I will watch YouTube videos for 1 hour per day, and then I will become, I don't know, a surgeon or a porn star, or I don't know. This is not how the things work, right? Or I will watch YouTube video for 1 hour per day, and then I will be NFL player. This is not how the things work. Okay? You need to set the goals. What are you actually willing to do on a daily basis? Okay, to achieve that goals, and then you have actionable steps, and then you have timeline. If you don't see the results, then you stop betting and do something else in your life. Play guitar, sell ice cream, fish, play with the kids, whatever, right? But you need to, maybe it can be 5 years, it can be 10 years, whatever, but you need to be okay with that. Okay. Again, you must be honest with you. Okay. Once you have this, then you set the actual goals for the seasons. Okay. Goals for the season. Okay. For example, I have a goal 35 units and minus 50 units. Okay, what that means. Okay, I will just show you. Where here? Okay, goal exit. Okay, this is 35 and minus 50. Okay, so what that means? That means that I want to make 35 units, and I will stop betting MLB if I hit 50 units, and then I will reorganize. I will check what happened wrong. It was maybe it was bad luck. It can be also bad luck, right? But I will simply reorganize. This is my goal, okay? But then some people say 35 units is not enough. Okay, this is not good. Well, how to set the goals? You need to be honest plus realistic. Okay, so what that means? Okay, if we look at Wall Street, and if we look at stock market, this is my nice example that I like to give to people. Okay, we have smartest people in the world with most capital, with the best systems, with the best advisors, with the best algorithms, and they will cherish 10% annually. Okay, so I recommend that this is your benchmark for sports betting, right? Of course, with sports betting, you will need to do daily actions. It is not passive income. That's why you need to make more than 10. You want to make more than 10%, okay? Because there is, if you make $1 American before you die, you will be among 5% of bettors who actually make money, right? 95% of lose. But to set a goal, uh, everything that is better than 10% stock market, this is a good goal. So that would be 10 units in 1 year. When I say 35 units in 6 months, that's basically 7 times better seven times better than stock market. Okay, if you can make seven times better than people who are working in Wall Street or investors or those people, then you're doing something good, right? So even if you have 20 units, and this is the only thing you make, 20 units per year or per half year, let's say with baseball 20, with NHL 20, and you make 40 units, that's still four times better than stock market, which makes sense. Okay, so you need to set honest and realistic goals, right? Those are the first things. Okay, because as I said, on one side we have very smart people with the best systems, with the best strategies, with the best algorithms, and they are happy with 10%. And then we have an average sports bettor who doesn't love math, who doesn't use any statistics, who never read any book, who never invested in himself to gain knowledge about any course, seminar, or something like that. And he just, I don't know, spend 5 minutes or 1 hour per day watching games. Watching games has nothing to do with betting, by the way. This is just entertainment. And he expects to make 100 times better than stock market. I don't know who is crazy here, right? So use common sense, right? So you need to set realistic goals. And once you have realistic goals, then nothing else matters. Okay. So I will show you. So let's say you have these goals, 35 and minus 50. And then one day you are 2 units up, then you're 11 units, 24 units, minus 45 units, 23 units, 45 units, not 45, this is or the reaching a goal, 28 units. You see, you don't bother with this because if you were honest with yourself at the start of the season, anything that happens between, that's okay. You go 7-0, great. You don't celebrate, you don't panic. You go 0-7, great. You don't panic. You went from, I don't know, from 2 units to minus 11. What? Okay, great. Not great, but okay. You went from minus 45 to 23 units. Okay, good. Nothing. Because everybody would have record 5-3, 6-3, 6-2, 7-4. That would be ideal, right? But this is not how the things work. Sometimes you will go 7-0, sometimes you will go 0-11, and then you will go 8-2. You see, uh, it is not, you need to be prepared emotionally for this. And how to do this, you need to set the goals, and those goals must be honest, and those goals must be the goals that you actually set before you start betting, and then stick to that. And then it doesn't matter if you go 0-6 or you go, I don't know, 7-0, because it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. Only losing bettors make a drama about bets. I have a headache when I receive emails. That's not working. What's going on? What's not going on? I don't know. What nothing is going on. It's just the process. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. The most important thing is that you have a goal and you make a profit in the long run. And then you take this money and reinvest, because the goal of every sports bettor is to stop betting, right? I believe that the goal of every sports bettor is to stop betting. I'm not saying, I think it is even more natural to help people bet at later stages of your life. Write the books about this or make analysis, but don't stress about this. I cannot imagine that I will have 80 years and then I will still stress about analysis and bets. I don't know. I see more this like walking in the nature or something like that. Okay. But the goal is to set the goals, take the profits, reinvest in other passive incomes. Okay, much more stable, because we have higher risk, middle risk, low risk investments, and the goal is always to go lower. The more money you have, the more money you have, the only goal is to protect. Then the goal becomes protecting against the inflation, right? If you have if you have less money, you want to hit one big lottery, right? So if you have I don't know, $1 American, of course you want to play a lottery ticket, so you want that one hit will change your life, right? The more poorer you are, the more poor people are, the riskier games they play. This is how the world works, right? But if you play this strategically, your goal is to play long term, use smaller profits, and move those profits into lower risk investments. And that's how you build stability. That's how you build, for example, my financial financial I believe that every sports bettor should have financial portfolio where sports betting is just part of it. Okay, you should have Bitcoin, stocks, businesses, whatever, real estate, whatever you have, and sports betting is just 1% of this. And your goal is, you, I will just give you a very simple example. Let's say the stocks we have, and let's say that we play only two games. Okay, stocks and sports betting. If you bet on sports, and if this is your only way to make money, this is really really dumb game you play. Okay, I was playing this game when I was younger, before 2015. I was living only from sports betting money, and it was much stressful because you don't have in control many things, including government, including bookmakers, many things. Okay, so the goal is not betting with less than American dollars. The goal is to move your money to other, okay, bitcoins, stocks, bonds, real estate, whatever. Okay, so if you can make 7 times better, I will just make it like this. If you can make 7 times better than stock market, you want to take these profits and move here, and then again, and repeat this process. Okay, I saw this is the best way for having a good life, for making good decisions and not panic about every single bet. Okay, I see people, some people are so angry and so emotional about their bets. I think betting is not for them. I don't know. Maybe they will make, I don't know what, how much they bet per game. But if you bet, I don't know, 100 American dollars is nothing, right? If you bet 100 American dollars per game, and then you stress about this, and then you're angry on players, on handicappers, on the whole world, I think the price is too high, right? And the only way to avoid this is to setting goals. And I make analysis, and I make bets and everything, and then I don't bother with this. I don't watch games, I don't check results. Yesterday I was on a lunch, eating steak with my friends, sunny day, birds, trees. We had the fun. I didn't even check any results, nothing. I went home, I had a great time, I went to sleep, I woke up in the morning, I made a coffee, and then I check results. Okay, I didn't bother with this. And the only way to do this is when you have a plan. Okay, you need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, make a one. Even bad plan is better than no plan. You can always adjust a plan a little bit once you see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. But you need to have a plan where you're comfortable with every single situation that happens, and then you will not bother with 0-9 run, because 0-9 run is here. It will happen between 35 units and between minus 50 units. And if it hits minus 50 units, you said, this year I'm prepared to lose half of my baseball bankroll. That's okay. And if you're not okay, then talk to yourself and be honest with yourself, right? This is the only thing I cannot advise you, how to be honest with yourself. Simply, I don't know, meditate, close. Meditation is one thing. Okay, this is also actionable step. Meditation. Okay, sit down 10 minutes and just leave your brains to do whatever they want to do. Okay, and just observe breath, and you will see, if you do this every single day, you will see how many things you have in your brain, and then you can talk to yourself. or later you will be a little bit more you will have better attention, you will have better self awareness, okay? And everything that happens between those two numbers, you must be okay with that, okay? Sometimes maybe let's say you will hit 32 units and there is 3 days left in baseball. Maybe that's at that point you can say, okay, I will just take money. That's also okay. Maybe you will be at 47 units, 3 days left in baseball. You can say, okay, I have enough, okay, and that's it. Or uh, or something else. But you need to be okay with the goals, okay? And uh, that's how you that's how you avoid being emotional. That's how you avoid making bad decisions, and that's how you become different than most bettors who are emotionally, who are angry, who are watching YouTube videos, who are following pigs, who are blaming everyone else, and so on. Okay, uh, with the goals before you start betting, those things are most important things that you can do. Okay, because winning winning a bet is about plus EV. Okay, maybe I should write winning plus EV. Okay, winning a bet is about plus EV. Okay, uh, being long term better, I believe this is something we all want to be. At least I hope you want to be, or maybe you just want to win today's bet, and then if Atlanta lose, then you're angry. Okay, this is just gambling. But I believe that most people in their heart they want to be long-term winning bettors, so they can use sports betting to add more money into their lives, so that this money can help improve their lives and so on. Okay, and being a long-term winning bettor is all about transformation. Okay, winning a bet is about plus CV. Becoming a long term winning bettor is all about personal transformation. And this is something I'm pretty sure after I started betting in 1998, 2020. So 2020, 13, I escaped 9 to 5. 2025, I opened my website. 2027, I release my first course where I teach bettors how to do this. And right now is 2025, and this is like it is more than 25 or 27 years is now. Yeah, this is pretty. Yeah, and after 27 years of betting, uh, this is I'm pretty sure about this. Okay, becoming a long-term winning bettor is all about personal transformation. Okay, winning a bet is about plus CV. I saw people who made personal transformation, they become winning bettors. I see smart people there, or gamblers who are looking for plus CV, and they're broke and angry on Reddit or on social media. And it is always the same pattern. Okay, so always because once you transform as a person, once you change the mindset, then you will also find the way how to find plus CV. Then you will also know how to set the goals, because you will read a book about how to setting goals, right? uh, then you will be motivated. You will set you will organize your day, and you will put in your calendar that today I will learn what is a bet type. Today I will spend a half hour to learn what is closing client value. Today, everything is about this. Everything is about personal transformation. It is not about plus CV. Okay. I like to compare this with pickup artists. Okay, when I was young, I found one book about picking up girls. Okay, that was Mystery from Mystery. I think it was Seducing Method or something like that. I don't remember. Or Neil Strauss was also. What was his book? Neil Strauss, The Game. the game, right? And I don't remember what was the book from mystery, but then later they were social dynamics and so on. Okay, but when I first had that book, I was sure that this is about a pickup line. Okay, so you go to a girl and you learn one sentence, and that sentence will help you to win that girl. But once you go deep into the topic, you see that it is all about personal personal development and personal transformation. Because if you say something great to that girl, she will be she will like you for a moment, but you cannot have her for 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years or for a lifetime, because you're still a loser if you just learn one pickup line. Okay, and I didn't understand this back then. Okay, long-term success is always about personal transformation. It is not about plus EV. It is not about pickup lines. It is not even about systems or formulas or some, people are always looking for something. Give me something so I don't need to do anything and I will have a huge success. I don't even know what crazy person on psychedelics, on drugs, even tell people that this is working. Okay, I don't know what drugs are this. Okay, there is no such thing where you will get something, or someone will give you something quick and you will make a lot. I don't know. I don't know. Only heroin and cocaine are such things, because you take small and you have a lot of sensation, right? But everything else that is good in life, it takes effort. Okay, no matter how good you are, you cannot make make a woman 9 times pregnant in 1 month, right? Or how Warren Buffett said. Okay, it is not possible. Okay, so always personal transformation, setting the goals. If you set this, if you focus on this heavily, invest in yourself, sports betting will become much easier, and you'll actually have a chance to become among 5% of successful bettors. Okay, uh, and this is the hardest thing to do, because we have own values, we have our own childhoods, we had our own parents, we had our views, values, and this is the hardest thing to break, right? So it was the same for me, but that's why I had to spend first 10, 15 years uh, to make a really big success from sports betting that can last. But right now I see, I changed the friends, I changed the habits, I changed everything. Okay, I'm right now 45 years old. I'm happy. I'm fit. I'm feeling great. I don't watch games whole nights. I don't drink alcohol, and the life is amazing. And it is all about personal transformation. Okay, not that much about peaks. Although of course most people are looking for peaks. Okay, I hope that this message helped someone to change a view a little bit. If not, also okay. Always remember, you're always responsible for every advice that you take. Okay, not me, not internet, not YouTube. If you you can sue YouTube because they release this, but everything starts with personal transformation. Okay, okay. Anyone who stick with me until now, I will show you quickly the rest of the projections, and those who didn't, well, didn't. Uh, Tampa Bay Yankees. I will just quickly scroll down so you can check these projections. Those are my projected probabilities and the odds, and you can use this as part of your analysis. Okay, so I will just do like this. Also, Baltimore is also money line. I think a good bet, and Atlanta. Okay, and also New York Mets, and I also have a couple of first 5 innings bets. Okay, so that's it from me today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.